let's talk about Zarco and Honda, mostly Zarco, because I read somewhere that this is the second year in a row that he was part of a team to win the 8 Hour Suzuka.
Yeah.
Which is very impressive. He's a top Honda guy in my opinion. What are your thoughts? What do you expect from him? Is he gonna, kind of be mid-pack top 10 towards the end of the season, or unless mixed conditions, or you feel like he can still get on the podium again before the end of the season?
If Honda can pull it out, I mean, he's the guy to put it on the podium. I always said that when we brought up who if he deserved a factory seat, I thought he definitely should. I think he does. Um, for the 8 Hour Suzuka, like he impressed me with that. I did not know that it was just him and another rider for this 8 hours. So his stamina is top notch, and to come in first place is just a big milestone. So he's still got a lot in the tank. He's showing it, and Zarco is definitely a guy that will probably get you on the podium before the end of the year.
Okay, all right. I did see a thing, Reese, that Zarco might pursue a music career after MotoGP, and I didn't realize he had siblings that are in the music business. Factory seats for Zarco, podium, and maybe even a Grammy. Oh,
I don't know about the Grammy, but I'll give him the factory seat. I'll give him the factory seat. I don't know about the Grammy thing, and I got a lot of family in the music, and I don't know about the Grammy thing, but
connections already.
Hey, I got a lot in there, but I give him a factory seat. Definitely give him a factory seat. I mean, he's well deserving of it. I mean, what he has proven is top notch. Is more than what Marini has done, and more than what anyone has done on that Honda so far. I mean, they leave him on a satellite bike. I think it's kind of nonsense. I mean, you're trying to develop your bike and get your bike up to the front group into the leading pack, not be in the mid pack or the back of the pack. I mean, he's gotten a satellite bike up to the top podium, so why not give him that? Why not give him that spot? You need somebody that's going to help develop the bike. And from the people you got, from Joan Mir to Luca Marini, they're not developers. They're just riders. They're not a developer and someone that can help develop the bike. Zarco is. So to me, he's earned that seat.
Okay. All right. And you'd keep Mir because Mir's had not as much bad luck as Oliveira, but he's close.
He's getting there, man.
Listen, if it was me signing contracts, I'm going Zarco and someone else besides Mir and Marini. I'm like, yeah, y'all got to go.
There's some bad juju happening over here. You got to go.
I'm chopping block. I'm chopping heads off. Y'all got to go.
What are your thoughts, Louis?
I mean, I would. I think the best plan for Honda is show Marini the door and show Zarco the seat, and then find somebody else to go to the Castro bike. Find yourself a young, talented rider that you can slide into the Castro bike. I think that's probably the best setup for Honda. Mir still has another contract on his deal. Put Zarco in the factory bike, let him keep developing it, see how things go. I mean, if Mir can stop people from crashing into him, which is impossible, maybe he'll finish. I mean, when he finishes, he's done pretty well. The couple of times he's been able to get everything together and the bike is progressing. Everybody knows that the Honda is still one of the worst bikes in the paddock, but it's got its moments of brilliance. And I think Zarco has capitalized on most of those moments. So absolutely, put him on the factory team. Find a young rider to get on the Castro bike that's hungry, that has talent. Keep Rins and Zarco, for one more year on the factory team and see what more they can develop out of this bike. I really believe that Honda is putting a lot of effort into it. If you look at the way that Honda's changed their team, the structure, the way that they develop the parts for the bike, they're doing a lot of stuff now in-house in Europe. They're not going back to Japan for every little piece. I mean, they're trying really hard. They're trying to think of they're working in a European mentality way, the same way Ducati and Aprilia work and KTM, to try to develop this bike as fast as possible. They just need one more year with this bike, and then they're going to come out with the 27 package, and that might be the package. So this is the guy to help develop that as well.
Do we send Luca to the satellite team or?
Nah, Luca's
Show
going
him
to
the
have
door.
to go. Yeah, Luca's going to have to find a whole new job. I mean, I'm not saying the guy's not talented. I wouldn't mind seeing Luca in World Superbike.
Okay.
Realistically, like a Rossi sibling in World Superbike, I think he'll have a ton of success there. He'll get a ton of fans instantly. With the right team, he can have a ton of success. We see what Bulaga's doing in Superbike, and Marini is just as talented as Bulaga. He just needs the right package for him.
Right.
So
Going back to Ducati for Luca wouldn't be helpful. I mean, is it safe to say that Luca had a better career on the Honda than Alex did?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, Alex had no career on a Honda.
So I mean, go back to Ducati, or maybe there's not too many seats left. I don't know if Kate, there's not too many seats left, so it really would be, him and Morbidelli might have to fight it out at the ranch.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's not a lot of seats left, man. I mean, there's his seat, there's Morbidelli's seat.
Yeah, right.
and like I said, and Morbidelli doesn't do well, and you're the brother of the owner of the team. Do you want to see your brother if he can't find another ride unemployed, or do you want to bring him back to your team?
At the end of the day, it's business, man.
So there's business, but there's also additional politics. Does Rossi want to see his direct sibling not have a job? He's Rossi, man.
I mean, technically, he can still get a job. He can be inside the office. He ain't got to work ride a bike. You can still have a job. Just ain't got to ride a bike. Maybe this isn't for you. I can put you in the office as, project manager, but shit.
Come on, man. Luca deserves to be in MotoGP at least one more year.
I mean, we could put him in MotoGP. Like I said, just put him behind the curtains.
That's right.
Luca could. There is a possibility that Luca could end up on a Yamaha if Miguel Oliveira doesn't hit certain clauses in his contract, because the 2026 part of his contract comes with clauses in 2025. So if he doesn't hit certain metrics, Yamaha could get rid of Oliveira, and there's a possible spot for Luca there. And that would kind of, bring again the Rossi family back into the Yamaha fold and so forth and so on. So I'm not saying that the guy doesn't have a ride. I mean, it's going to be very difficult
still part
to find.
Of the Yamaha.
Yeah,
he's still part of the Yamaha family. He's
he's
the ambassador.
There's still angles, man. There's always angles until there's not any angles left.
Yeah,
right now, there's 4 different angles.
Man, those angles are about as small as they're cute.
Huh?
Do you think Luca Marini messed himself up by jumping to the factory Honda seat too soon?
Not by jumping to the factory Honda seat, jumping on the Honda. Like the Honda is
I guess
it's the black plague. Like you go there and it's like, you know what? This is where I go to throw my career down the toilet.
Even his own brother told him to do that. He said, "Don't go there. You're going in your career." Where are we at?
Yeah.
We're at the end of his career.
Yeah. I mean, I think the crash at Suzuka obviously, put him in a bad light because he was starting to get quicker on the Honda. I mean, he wasn't Zarco quick, but he was starting to get up there.
Yeah, quick enough to be top 10. Not even top 10 though. Quick enough to be top 15.
Nah, I think on if he's gonna get a ride that will work for him, I think it's gonna be either the Yamaha ride or he'll end up at VR46 again.
Yeah, I think so. Got to see these guys in the paddock as long as possible. Little rumor going out there. Who's it? Gunther Steiner, former MotoGP, F1 principal, I believe. Now is thinking about buying Tech 3. Yep. We're seeing Trackhouse come in and they race in NASCAR here in the States, and they seem to be doing fairly well. What are your thoughts on another race car guy coming into MotoGP? We saw Davio try to go to F1 and didn't work out as well for him going that way, and he's back in MotoGP.
And I mean, I don't know if I'm the right person to comment on this because I see the cars coming into the bike scene a little more. I don't know what's going on. I see it's obviously a little better for the sport, but like I don't know where to put it. Obviously the money's coming in somewhere.
I was gonna say they got the money.
But rules are changing a little bit. I don't know. I think it's a good idea, but I still just to see how it goes. I need somebody else's opinion on it.
Yeah, I mean, we saw Michael Jordan try to do it out in AMA. I think that was the name of the series at the time, and
AMA.
struggled. But he now he's in NASCAR, and he's won some races. What are your thoughts, Reese?
I mean, I think it's a great idea. I mean, you got to go outside of the motorcycle industry for sponsorships. You can't just stay in that the motorcycle industry. If all four of us here are using the same motorcycle industry sponsors, we're going to drive that well real quick. It's dry. It's going to dry, and if we go outside, that well gets 10 times bigger. It gets 10 times bigger. You go outside that well. And I think it's a great idea for it. It brings in new fans, new looks, new sponsors, all types of new revenues that hasn't even been exploited yet. So I think that's a real good idea because, I mean, they're doing a lot of guys, a lot of teams are doing that outside everywhere and to every other series, World Superbike to us to everybody is looking outside of that motorcycle industry and to get the well 10 times bigger.
We like the sound of a big well. What are your thoughts, numbers guy?
Let me get my calculator out here.
F1 plus
right.
20 mil.
This dude's Haas F1 team has a value. The last time I checked, $780 million. The Tech 3 team is being sold for $20 million. So it's being sold for the money he found in his couch. Right? So he's buying the team for belly button lint compared to what he's normally dealing with in Formula One.
Right, yeah.
And to be honest with you, with the sale of MotoGP to this new entity, which is also ownership in Formula One,
Liberty Media Group.
This gentleman knows something about what Liberty Media is planning down the road, and he wants to have his hands in both pots because he sees the potential there to expand his market, expand his value. I mean, he can take that 780 million, buy this team for 20 million, increase its value by 100 million, and get both teams combined to be $1 billion. Then he's onto something. And this is the way you do it. Obviously, Tech 3 team has been with Poncharal for I don't even know how long. And after all those years, is only worth $20 million. Like, that's really sad, man. Like, there's teams that have only been around for less than 8 years that are worth double or triple that. So I say it's a good thing. I say let him buy it. Let's see what he can do. What media things he can do that are different than what MotoGP is doing now, because Formula One has grown exponentially over the last 15 years. I mean, they just continue to grow. Their footprint in all media continues to grow. The cars, the racers, the swag, the materials, people, buy all these jerseys, buy everything else. I mean, even when they go to these one-off races in Vegas and things like that, the revenue that Formula One races bring in dwarfs what MotoGP does. Like, if you look at how much money Formula One brings to Coda when they go for a weekend versus what MotoGP does when they go for a weekend, it's not even close, man. I mean, it's
night and day.
It's not even night and day, man. It's last year to 1900 when we were all on horses, man. Like, that's how big Formula One is. And it's not like it's always been like that. It's always had its fans. But in the last 10, 15 years is when they really put the pedal to the metal. And now Formula One is like this behemoth of a sport, man.
Right. Yeah. I don't know if it's knocking on a door of football, but It's up there.
It's up there. I mean, you know, the amount of money that people are paying to go to these events, the amount of money that these countries are paying to get a Formula One. I mean, it's almost like, I'm not going to say exactly, but it's almost like having a small Super Bowl every 3 weekends in a different country. You know, we're going to bring the Super Bowl from this country to this country every other weekend. And that's what they do, man. And if they can bring some of those ideas, bring some of that knowledge, and bring some of that money over to MotoGP, I don't see a problem with it. I'm all for it. Because I don't like the fact that factory teams have to be factory teams and sponsor their own factory teams. You know, the fact that Suzuki had to sponsor its entire team out of its own pocket because it couldn't get enough outside sponsorship to cover everything, that's disgusting, man. You know, I'm sure Ferrari doesn't give those cars away. They sell them, they rent them, they lease them. And they still do it for way more than any of the MotoGP bikes. You can get a MotoGP bike for, 2.5 million euros. Good luck buying a Formula One car. You could buy a set of tires for the year or cover your tire costs with what a MotoGP bike costs.
Yeah. Pretty crazy. I also